Up, it starts moving very well through Burbank northbound. Take a look at that. Not too many people leaving this San Francisco. Looks fantastic. Sending it back to you all in the studio. Good morning.
All right, good morning, Stu. So as Maria was mentioning, extreme heat warnings have taken effect across Southern California, with temperatures expected to soar through Friday.
Christy Fajardo live in Santa Monica with more on all of this. Lots of folks heading out there to the beach. Christy, with all of this heat, and you've been out there all morning, I imagine it's getting warmer and warmer.
Well, it feels pretty good right now, so Santa Claridians, I think is what he called them, and Antelopians might want to come here to Santa Monica because it is happy toasty Tuesday, or not so toasty, at least not here. It is in the 70s. It is expected, though, to see a high of 83 later on today, so warmer than usual, and certainly locals are complaining who are not used to it. Nonetheless, the National Weather Service is warning of triple-digit heat in lower elevation. Add to that winds and very low humidity, as low as 8%, and all of that spells a recipe for fires. It sure doesn't help, though, that the long streak of hot days has dried out vegetation. That's why LA County Fire is augmenting staffing and pre-deploying them strategically today, positioning them in places where they can jump on wildfires quickly and hopefully get to them before they get out of hand. A red flag warning of critical wildfire conditions will take effect at 10 this morning and run through Friday afternoon for the San Gabriel Mountains and the Highway 5 and 14 corridors. As we know, electrical equipment has sparked terrible fires here in California. That's also why, as a precautionary measure, SoCal Edison announced the possibility of what they call public safety power shutoffs for nearly 4,000 customers in LA County, and that would impact parts of Malibu, just north of us in Santa Monica Mountain Recreational Area, as well as Castaic and Sandburg. Temperatures are expected to be up to 5 degrees over what they were yesterday, and some places already broke records yesterday, so you can imagine what today will feel like. That's why here this morning in Santa Monica, people are already taking precautions.
Kind of concerns me for people. I hope people make sure they get enough hydration. It's one thing I do every day. I make sure that I drink at least like a gallon of water, because you got to when you're out here, especially with what's coming.
Staying hydrated, certainly very, very important. Experts also say in these types of weather conditions, it's a good idea to limit outdoor activity unless you're out here in Santa Monica this morning when is in the 70s, at least for the time being. Later on today, though, will get a lot hotter. And also, if you need a cooling center, you can call 211 in the city of Los Angeles to find one near you. Also, experts say it is a good idea to go out and check on vulnerable friends, elderly neighbors, also family members. And, of course, they say never leave your child or a pet in a hot car. Live in Santa Monica, I'm Christy Fajardo. Let's send it back to you.
All right, Christy, thank you. You know who has to deal with all this heat? Kids going back to school for their first day in Long Beach.
Mario is there in Long Beach with a look at how things are going so far. Ready, set, go, Mario.
That's right. A huge day for Long Beach Unified School District. More than 80 campuses are heading back to school this morning. And look at this welcome here at Wilson High School. We're talking about a campus that has been here for 100 years. And students are starting here on a campus that's seen some major investments and upgrades in just the last few years. Long Beach Unified has invested millions into improvements here at Wilson. And the centennial year also comes with new leadership for Long Beach Unified. David Zaid took over as superintendent July 1st. He's a 32-year veteran with the school district. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
It's a big day for you. This is your first year in this new position. How are you feeling?
I am feeling wonderful, even more so that we're celebrating 100 years of academic excellence here at Wilson. And so it is a great day to be a Bruin, and it is a great day to be a part of Long Beach Unified.
And so much history here at this campus. It's been here for a century. What does that mean to the district?
It means that we are celebrating 100 years of academic excellence. When we think of the pathways, when we think of student life and over 150 clubs, all the ways that we are setting conditions for our teachers and our students to be successful, it means that we are celebrating the first day of an amazing year.
That's amazing. And as the year comes to a close later on, as you're starting now, what would have to happen by the end of the year for you to call this a successful year as superintendent?
That is a great question. One of the things that we're focused on is not only academic excellence, but fiscal stabilization. That, as well as listening to all of our parents, our staff, listening to our students, and making sure that we're not just listening, but turning that into action.
That's great. Thank you so much, Mr. Saeed.
Thank you
for talking to us, and good luck here your first year as superintendent. So a lot going on here. More than 60,000 students are returning to the classrooms, and the Wilson High School Bruins are out in full force. For now, we'll send it back to you.
Wow, what a welcome.
Do you know this song, Mario?
Mario, you know this song. If you were in the clubs back in the early shot, 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 shot. Everybody.
I can feel it. I don't know it, but I can feel it.
You're right at home, right there.
Don't shake too hard.
He's even got his gold on. Look at this. Yeah.
You're representing with the colors.
That's right. That's right. Woo! Everybody. He does got moves. Of course he does.
Thanks, Mario.
Thank you.
On to this story. The Supreme Court has cleared the way for President Trump's executive order restricting mail-in voting to move forward. The order called on his administration to create lists of eligible voters. It also ordered the U.S. Postal Service to only deliver ballots to people on those lists. The High Court's decision does not end the legal fight. Additional challenges could still delay or limit how the order is carried out. And with some states to begin mailing ballots, it's unclear how much can be implemented before the midterm elections.
The trade war between the U.S. and Canada will likely escalate today as Canada is set to reveal its retaliatory tariffs today. So the announcement comes after a steep 50% tariff on $20 billion in Canadian imports took effect over the weekend. Now on Monday, President Trump doubled down, threatening to impose an additional 50% tariff on Canadian-made vehicles, auto parts, and steel starting in January. He also accused Canada of ripping off the United States for years. Canada's retaliatory tariffs could target multiple sectors, including steel, dairy, paper, and electronics. They're expected to take effect after Labor Day.
It's giving you a live look right now in Pacific Palisades, where a home lost to the Palisades fire is beginning its comeback. And this rebuild is taking a much different approach. Look at this.
Yeah, look at that. Factory-built sections of this nearly 2,000-square-foot home arrived this morning, and they're being craned into place today. It features 3 bedrooms and was constructed entirely off-site. This is Bevy House's second completed prefabricated home in the Palisades, offering another option for families still trying to get back home after the devastating 2025 fire.
It wouldn't surprise me if this becomes a new, more popular way of building homes, especially these are built with a little bit more fire protection than other homes.
So they're built off-site in pieces, and then they're
put together, right?
On-site.
Assembled there. It takes a lot. It doesn't take as long to build these homes, and once you get get through all the red tape of getting the approval for the house, they already have the blueprint. They could just replicate this on another lot since it's already approved.
There's concern, as we know, in the Eaton fire zone that you could strip away the character of the neighborhood. But this is certainly one way of getting people back in these neighborhoods.
Things move on, and homeowners and property owners it's their choice, right, as to what goes there. But there you go, a home being placed there in Pacific Palisades.
Wow. All right, let's go over to Stu now for a check on our traffic.
Hey, good morning. Only in California, we're taking a look at a multi-million-dollar triple wide. That was pretty sweet indeed. Let's take a look at some traffic. Skybox traffic brought to us by My Home Sold. The Palisades, you're not going to be dealing with this. But if you live in the valley, yes, you are. Oh, look at that. It just tells a story. I should just leave it at that and just say, let's look at some hot spots, but I'm not. This is going to be the 101 freeway, and it is a very tough ride today. North or southbound from the 405 out to the West Valley area, it is going to be a tough ride indeed. Thank goodness no crashes, but just really high volume today, and it's a Tuesday. Just keep that one in mind. Doesn't get any better on that southbound lanes. As you pass that 405, you're slow and go all the way out to the 170. Let's take a look at some traffic hotspots.
Hi, I'm Adrian with My Home Sold, and we want to buy your house. We buy any house in any condition. no commissions, no closing costs, and no repairs. Go to myhomesold.com for a free same-day cash offer. That's myhomesold.com.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. I don't think I have to tell you, if you were outside at all yesterday, you know it was hot. And we did break some records yesterday. Van Nuys reached a record high of 105. Downtown LA reached 98. That was a record. Anaheim 98. Long Beach 97. And even overnight low temperatures have been exceptionally warm. Palm Springs had an overnight low of just 88 degrees. That's so warm, right? That's why we have these extreme heat warnings that are in effect, giving you the heads up that you really need to take the extra precautions to stay heat safe. You want to get inside in some air conditioning. This week will be the hottest week of the year, we believe, with these temperatures continuing to climb today, tomorrow, even Thursday. So heat alerts are in place for dangerous heat, as well as some widespread critical fire dangers. So we do have red flag warnings that are in effect. High pressure is in control. It will weaken as we get into Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's still going to be pretty warm on Saturday and Sunday, but at least it will be several degrees cooler than where we are now. So there's some relief coming this weekend. And then by Monday, we're thinking, according to the models, we'll get closer, if not be right at average. So a lot more normal for this time of year. But right now, we are not normal. We're way above average. Heat advisories in effect all the way to the coast, 96 to 107, just if you are in the basin even. And heat-related illnesses, as you know, increase significantly during these extreme heat events. So you want to remind the kids, you want to look before you lock always when you get out of the car. and check on our elderly, please, our friends, and you want to make sure you take care of our four-legged friends as well, our pets. Extreme heat warnings, look at this, much more widespread with those triple digits, 112 degrees in some of our Inland Empire areas, up to 116 even into the desert communities. We have red flag warnings for all the areas here shaded in the pink, so you really want to pay attention to where you park, those fire ignition sources, and you want to stay alert. So if you see something, please say something, call it in. Harmful levels of ozone as well. Look at all the areas here shaded in this turquoise color. Another reason to stay indoors in some air conditioning with that ozone level and pollution levels a little bit higher. 115 in Indio today, 80 in Inglewood, 104 in Bakersfield. Here's some relief as you look at the timestamp there. The end of the month to the first couple of days of September, we are watching a trough of lower pressure, which will bring some cooling. It will still be near normal. It'll still be warm for us, but not quite as hot. So we'll stay less hot as we get into the first part of September. In the meantime, here it is, Woodland Hills, even hotter tomorrow. As you can see, watch what happens over the weekend. We get down to the 90s on Sunday, maybe even the low 90s on Monday of next week. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. New this morning, a big drug bust at LAX. An LAX worker and another man are accused of taking part in an alleged fentanyl trafficking operation. The arrests happened last week. Investigators say agents watched the two men meet inside an airport bathroom before detaining them. The Department of Justice released a photo showing what agents allegedly found inside a duffel bag, 24 pounds of fentanyl. The feds say the drugs were bound for Minnesota. Prosecutors say both men are in their 20s and live in Lenox. If convicted, they could face decades behind bars.
All right, this morning we have a new look at just how prevalent brain disease might be to NFL players.
Interesting findings here. Brooke is here with a look at this study.
Yeah, so it turns out at least 1 in 4 of all men who have ever played in the NFL might expect to end up with CTE. Wow. 1 in 4. This is according to the latest data just laid out in a New York Times report this morning. CTE is chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Hundreds of former players have been diagnosed with the disease after their deaths, and that's the thing, that's the only way to diagnose it, after death. According to this report, researchers examined information on every single former player who died from 2016 through 2021. Nearly 25% had CTE. And researchers say that number could be higher because many of their brains were never examined. So according to this report, if you apply the new study stats to today's nearly 1,700 players on the league's regular season rosters, the most conservative estimate is at least 400 of them on current rosters would be diagnosed with CTE. We've seen many revealing studies on CTE over the last 20 years. What's different here is scientists applied CTE cases to the broader context of the general NFL population, not just donated brains. Most former players' brains are never examined, but we also know over the years, most of the donated brains examined showed some level of CTE. They're typically donated because in life, these people showed some signs of the disease. Now, the disease was first discovered in boxers. Of course, now it's commonly linked to football players, but it's also been found in the brains of hockey, rugby, and soccer players, wrestlers, and bobsledders. And a report in the Times a couple years back showed members of the military who work with artillery also seem susceptible to the disease.
So, you know, I guess anybody who's watching right now who has a kid who's just about to enter like into the sports world, right? And they're considering maybe would it be a good or not a good idea to enroll them in football or any other high contact sport. I mean, are we talking like years and years of contact to develop CTE?
You know, we've seen players who played a little bit on great teams in the NFL, players who never made it to the NFL, people who played as children in college, also diagnosed with CTE. Many of the research that we've seen of the scientists have long been recommending absolutely no tackle football in kids, and they want to see hits eliminated altogether in practice of professional players.
Right. Like gladiators, basically, like slamming each other at full speed, right? So the reason why it's like other sports are becoming
like flag
popular,
football
like flag football.
Really popular.
People don't want the contact anymore. Or parents are at least like looking at it like, Yeah, it's an Olympic sport now.
Right.
It's an Olympic sport now, and it's becoming more and more popular. In fact, the NFL is even leaning harder into it. They have their own leagues as well. I mean, I think one of the reasons is because people are concerned about the impact.
No, sure, for sure.
Yeah.
So the only way to diagnose this, of course, is after death. Are they looking into any other ways of doing this before?
Yeah, it's so interesting because researchers right now, they're working on ways. They want to see a future where this is diagnosed like other brain diseases during life, Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. But I did see there are actual current former players who are alive. Tony Dorsett, for one, Hall of Fame running back Tony Dorsett. He has been diagnosed with signs of CTE. So the research has gotten to the point to where there are current players who believe they have CTE, but it's just something that right now cannot be diagnosed until they are able to examine your brain after death.
Just a couple of weeks ago, Roger Craig, also Hall of Famer, diagnosed with a vascular dementia, which they believe could be tied to the impacts that he had sustained during football.
There are, studies looking at the prevalence of ALS in former players. There are, there's so much here. It's interesting, even just looking at the number in that 6-year period, right, of players diagnosed, 215.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people, and there are also different bits of this study that
changes in behavior too, and then and what sometimes when they're more violent later in life because of
Aaron Hernandez, one of the most prominent,
believed to perhaps have been
not
CTE.
Believed to, it was confirmed. Yeah, so isn't that interesting? Like,
yeah, that's pretty terrible. You hope that maybe the NFL would do something, take some steps to I guess, eliminate or reduce the chances of high contact, but you'll see. Look at how much money is in the sport in the first place. Okay.
a bizarre competition in Europe. You're looking at the 65th German finger pulling championships. It's similar to a tug of war. This looks painful, actually.
It does.
Opponents sit opposite each other. They hook their fingers through a leather or rope hook, and they try to pull the opponent across the line.
Oh, my God.
You know, like the amount of bruising that you would have on your finger from this? It's believed the contest dates back to the 15th or 16th century as a way for men to settle disputes without getting into a fight. Now finger pulling has referees, weight classes, and national championships.
Hey, Bob, pull my finger. That's what I think of when I says pull my finger, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, remember when the big schoolyard trade were cool erasers and Pokemon cards? Well, kids have a new currency today, and parents may want to check their kids' backpacks before the money gets traded away. It's called fidget trading, where kids swap sensory toys like Neatos, Poppets, and Squishies based on what they think is a fair deal. The catch here, some parents are spending hours tracking down the hottest ones only to find out their kid traded that prize toy at school.
Wait, the parents want them?
The parents are trying to get the Squishies for the kids because the kids want the Squishies, right?
Right.
Well, then that Squishy that they spent so much time looking for just the right squishy gets traded at school. Gone, gone, gone.
Well.
Experts say there's a lesson in all of that bargaining, an opportunity to teach kids about value and even helping them deal with buyer's remorse.
It's like the Pokemons and stuff, right? I mean...
It is. It's just like that.
I mean, it's like baseball cards.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it's the new... Now it's the squishy.
I love a good squishy. I like you say...
I do smell like a vanilla cupcake.
Bob was like, it smells like something's baking in here, and we were like, it's Tasty Tuesday, but then she said...
Your scent, and I'm like, no, it's something that's baking. Like
You're wearing vanilla muffin?
Vanilla.
Have you had a pumpkin spice latte yet?
I tried to go this morning. The line was too long. I'm planning to go this afternoon.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm like, hours later, after all this hullabaloo, she still hasn't had the...
Hullabaloo.
My question is it going to be iced or hot?
You know, that's a good question. I always go hot, but I run cold, so I'm okay. I'll have the seat heaters on my way home.
It does smell good.
Thank you.
Smelling it. It's when you toss.
Thank you.
Bobby,
Yeah.
I don't think it's that.
No,
though.
it's definitely
Something's
Amanda.
coming from over there.
Every time she moves, I get a whiff of the baking smell. It smells
Yeah,
good.
it's good.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Bob, just accept my scent. Accept my scent in your heart.
And you're going to like it. You're going to love it.
You're gonna love it.
Speaking of baking, it's baking outside. Oh my God.
It is baking outside.
And they say it's going to be hot again.
And I'll tell you what, it's not gonna smell like muffins.
No.
It's not gonna smell like muffins out there.
It's going to smell like sunblock.
Today is a day for deodorants.
Deodorant and sunblock. Speaking of, my goodness, I picked up my son. Yeah, the boys, after basketball.
Right.
Double. Yeah, even hotter, actually, today, hotter tomorrow. So we have potentially the hottest week of the year coming up with more record-breaking temperatures possible. Widespread extreme heat warnings are in effect along with advisories. And we also have red flag warnings for critical fire danger. So we want you to stay alert. We want you to stay heat safe, but also alert to the potential fire danger out there. If you see something, say something, and be mindful of those fire ignition sources. That means also where you park matters. Don't park over dry grass. Sometimes that exhaust, some combustion could happen. So you really want to be extra careful. 98 degrees was the high yesterday. So we have had a really long period of time of very hot temperatures. This heat wave has ramped up, actually, as we get to today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Yesterday was 98 for downtown. That was a record high. 99 expected today, and our sunset time, 7:28. I mentioned that because that's really when you should think about maybe going for that walk. In the meantime, I want to remind you about the dangers. Know the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke. When you see someone exhibiting these symptoms like nausea, vomiting, maybe they're feeling faint or dizzy, excessive sweating, cool, pale, clammy skin, rapid, weak pulse, heat exhaustion is probably setting in. So you want to get them to a cool, air-conditioned place, drink water. If they're suffering from a headache, but no sweating, that's a telltale sign. Red hot, dry skin, rapid, strong pulse, that means heat stroke might be coming on. That can be fatal. So you want to call 911 if you see someone or yourself even experiencing those symptoms. 100 in Burbank today, 89 in Santa Ana, 94 in Long Beach, 108 in San Bernardino to 111 in Palm Springs. So remember, stay heat safe, okay? Back to you.
Maybe it is you.
It is me.
It's like you just spray the whole bottle on yourself.
What is that face for?
You liked it just 10 minutes ago, and then you found out it was me, and now you don't like it. You're just showing your poker face.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's strong.
It's not that strong.
I think it smells delicious.
Thank you. It's vanilla cashmere, in case anyone wants to know.
All right, so back to school season in full swing. The latest district to welcome back students is Long Beach Unified.
All right, we sent Mario there to Wilson High School. Yeah, they really rolled out the carpet for these students this morning.
Yeah, and for a special reason, this is a campus that has been here for a century, so they've been welcoming students back to school here for 100 years. Now, take a look. They're starting to head inside, but they had the welcoming committee out here, the marching band, and a lot of the cheerleaders and dance squads that were out here. I'm going to talk to the deputy superintendent here in just a second. I want to first bring in this parent here. Come on over. You said you just sent your freshman son into school. What are you feeling right now?
Well, I'm excited. It's his first day, and I think I'm more excited than he is because my nerves, especially speaking to you. But I'm excited. It's going to be a good year, and, we just wish all the students a good year, of course.
What do you think about the campus here, the welcome that they had?
Oh, my God. It brings back memory when I was in high school. I was in drill team, so, yeah, I got to put that out there. So it was like memories just coming, flashing back how we used to do it.
What's your son's name?
Lumari.
All right, good luck.
Lumari.
Numari.
Yeah.
Good luck out there. Thank you so much. Thanks for talking to us. So Dr. Tiffany Brown, she is the deputy superintendent here. She's been with the district for decades. You said welcome back to school never gets old, right?
Never gets old. The first first day of school. Our students are the heartbeat of the community. We're so glad to welcome them back here today.
I love that. And tell me about this campus. There have been some major improvements, upgrades here.
This campus is beautiful. We're celebrating the 100th year, so this is the 100th first day of school here. It's been renovated in the last few years. New air conditioning, infrastructure, a beautiful new aquatics center, and we're just welcoming students back because they're what make the place feel like a home.
Yeah, I love that. Now, each year, of course, every district has its own challenges that they face. What are some things that maybe you're looking to overcome here as we move into this new year?
Long Beach is not unlike other districts in California in terms of declining enrollment, and so today our biggest hope is that as many students as possible walk through our door. We're going to be welcoming them with open arms, and then once they come, we want them to come every day because attendance is another challenge, and we know that with all the effort that's gone into preparing for their arrival today, that they're not only going to have a great year, but we are going to celebrate them and teach them a lot every day.
Yeah, and you all have done a great job because we've seen nothing but smiles here, and to have that energy out here in front of the campus, welcoming them back, it's really great to see. So thanks for having us out here. Thanks for talking to us. We appreciate it. Yeah, so it's warming up, but they're heading inside the classrooms here where they'll stay cool here as some areas dealing with triple-digit temperatures. Lots of excitement here in Long Beach, though. For now, we'll send it back to you.
I'm seeing a lot of jeans behind you. That's going to be hot in those classrooms.
Yeah.
A lot of flip-flops, too. I know
Interesting.
Top, but I thought flip-flops were out of style. Like flip-flops and jeans.
Yeah, well, they're back in, baby.
I guess it's Southern California, but I mean, high school, we didn't have people wearing flip-flops.
No, we weren't allowed.
Yeah.
Is that right?
We weren't allowed to wear flip-flops. We had to wear closed-toe shoes, I thought.
Same.
Yeah. Same,
I
yeah,
forget
right? Yeah.
If we were allowed to wear flip-flops.
Me and Mario went to high school together. Not together, but we went to high school in Las Vegas. Not the same high school. Yeah. But around the same time.
Wait, no flip-flops in Las Vegas?
Right?
How did you make that?
Right? And when we went to Catholic school, no nail polish. Couldn't even do nail polish.
Couldn't do a lot of things in Catholic school.
No. But you know,
we made up for it later on.
We did, yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Good morning to you. Entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. It's the highest ranked in terms of money film in his career, and now it's helping the TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood set a new record.
No one could stand between my men. And home.
You both have to still see it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you still got to see it. You're looking up tickets now. After just 37 days, it reached $4.1 million in ticket sales at TCL Chinese Theater, making it the highest grossing theater on any film ever. The theater thanked the filmmakers as well as Universal and IMAX, saying the film embodies everything that is great about going to the movies. The Odyssey will continue playing there through September 16th. And this milestone cements the iconic theater's role in movie history. Yeah.
Are they still selling the IMAX popcorn bucket?
I don't think so. I think that's sold out.
Gosh darn it.
I know. You got tickets?
For the weekend, for the IMAX seats, it's not sold out, but
right up front.
All the good seats are all gone.
The middle.
Bubs, you're going to have to go during the week.
Listen, Bubs.
Listen, Bob. Yeah, you're going to have to do a Wednesday matinee.
Do you
I call Ethan Bubs.
Okay, I was going to say.
Bubs. Listen, Bubs.
Yeah, I would do a weekday. You know, you can get that's where you.
Just a 3-hour movie. I don't have 3 hours during the week on a weekday.
Bob, you have 3 hours to just text us random Trader Joe's things on our group text.
You do.
It's important information.
That is important. Yeah, you're right. Both important. Just for my own curiosity, check a Wednesday at around 2.
Okay.
Let's see. We'll get back to that.
Maybe a nooner. Oh. You could do a nooner.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll be sleeping in the movie theater.
Is he checking? Are you checking right now? All right. 2 words, 1 name, Ali G. London's
I've been gone for 20 years, chilling. And in that time, the world went to crap. There was COVID, wars, and Ed Sheeran. But I's gonna get back on top with a brand new thing called a documentary.
London's bad boy is back and he's expecting a baby. Ali G's about to be Ali Daddy. Get ready for Amazon MGM's new mockumentary, Ali G, Who Is I? Sacha Baron Cohen stars in the film, and this is also marking his directorial debut. It hits theaters on October 23rd.
Okay, remind me, because there was Borat.
I love Borat.
And then there's Ali G.
Yeah.
Ali G, people are not in on the joke. Is that the idea?
Right. So he created this character back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like on a news...
That's how it all started for him, right?
This news program back in the 90s, and it's been going this long. I personally am more of I'm a Borat fan. Yeah. My favorite scene in Borat is when he comes to America and he's sitting on the hotel bed watching the hotel TV, where they just have the the presets where it's just like, come to our lobby, come to our, and he doesn't know how to use the remote to change a channel, and he goes, everyone says American television's so entertaining. I've been watching this for 3 hours, very boring.
It's funny how he's so recognizable now, and yet people...
Right, that's what I was wondering. I'm like, you
don't know who this guy is?
Come on, right.
Should know.
A new generation getting punked.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you got? Anything?
No, it's even on a Wednesday. I mean, it's... To be fair, tomorrow's Wednesday.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I have to look
well, there's 2 p.m.
I tried. It's still hard to... Unless you want to sit like near the front or like way on the side.
I like to sit in the center. Yeah. Okay, last hour we did ask you, since today is pumpkin spice latte debut day at Starbucks, what's your favorite fall flavor? And 49% of you say pumpkin spice.
As God intended.
As God intended. Yeah, as Nolan intended.
As Nolan intended.
Deborah in Van Nuys says, just yesterday I was already planning to make my first pumpkin spice muffins of the year, with many more to come. Deborah, just DM me. I'll send you our address. I'm going to drop off those muffins.
With some cream cheese.
Yes.
Rocio?
Rocio
in Mission Viejo says, my girls love the vanilla steamer with pumpkin spice, and I love pumpkin lattes.
Yum, yum, yum. And Harold from San Bernardino. I'm not a fan of flavored coffee with the exception of French vanilla. I've tried pumpkin spice. I do love apple cinnamon hot tea, though.
I do too, Harold. I love apple cinnamon hot tea. Tara in Beaumont, good morning, good day, LA. I love them all, but it's still too hot for fall. I think the universe is trying to tell us to extend summer a little longer. Sorry, Amanda, we're not ready for Falloween just yet. Oh, I like Falloween, Tara.
I haven't heard that yet, right?
Sometimes Halloween is in our hearts.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question. Have you ever had a crush so random you feel like you have to explain yourself first, where you're like, okay, hear me out, right?
I do.
That's the idea behind the Hear Me Out trend, where people are confessing their most unexpected crushes. And we're not just talking celebrities. People are naming everything from fictional characters and mascots to cartoons.
I told you the avatars.
And even inanimate objects.
Okay,
Cosmo editors shared.
Well, avatars.
Have you ever seen?
They have amazing bodies.
Have you ever seen TLC's My Strange Addiction? There was a man who had a full-blown relationship with his car.
I've known guys like that.
There was also another man who had a full-blown relationship with his pool inflatables. Some people take it even further. Adult Simba. They got a crush on Adult Simba, Tim Allen as Santa Claus.
That's like...
Wow.
That's...
And even the green and brown M&Ms. For some... Hey, you know what? I'm not going to yuck your yum. One woman on Threads went with Steve Harvey and says her friends have not let her live it down.
Yeah, that was me growing up when everyone liked Justin Timberlake and Nick Carter.
But there's another one that
on my wall. I had Chris Kattan.
Yeah, you did.
From A Night at the Roxbury.
Mango.
Yeah, Mango.
Okay.
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah, I did.
This is why people are going to be falling in love with their AI robots.
I had a monster crush on Conan O'Brien.
That's a good hear me
back in the day.
Yeah, he's got great hair.
He really does.
And he's
got a good
Harvard
coif. And he's funny.
He's funny.
And he's tall.
Who's your hear me out crush?
I have so many.
Name one.
Avatar.
Okay.
Here we go with the blue.
Also, Gary Oldman.
Here we go. Bobby and
Gary Oldman does something.
Really? Okay.
Who's yours?
You know, Will Ferrell.
I love Will Ferrell.
That's a good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the other half of my Roxbury crush. There you go.
There you go.
Nice.
Meant to be. And Wawa Weewa.
Wawa Weewa.
Oh, Sacha Baron Cohen then?
Yes.
Wawa Weewa.
Yes. Good Daily Traffic, sponsored by Lobsters of Jacob and Ronnie. Call jacob.com. Unfortunately, we do have this crash. We're going to take over to the Norwalk area, northbound side of the 5 at Norwalk Boulevard. 2 vehicles collided here, and it is taking away the fast lane, and you are going nowhere fast behind that collision. Tow trucks are en route there. And look at our real-time traffic. We've got 51 minutes, really slow drive from downtown to get to San Santa Monica, northbound side of the 110, pulling away from the 405, 41 minutes. And it is a long drive as well, coming from Diamond Bar into downtown LA. Give yourself 68 minutes. And it's a struggle out there, very typical now that everything's back to work, back to school. This is the 405 at Culver. Slow and go. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
So I do hot yoga every day. After the accident, my lower back was so stiff I couldn't move, and I called Jacob. They treated me like a king. I did not have to deal with anything. If you're in an accident, call Jacob. Call Jacob.
A Good Day LA weather is sponsored by the law offices of Larry H. Parker. Looks good outside. It's definitely sunny. We've got some cooler temperatures along the coast today. However, that being said, it is still pretty warm there on the sand, and it is also part of the heat alerts that are in place. Big dome of high pressure right now is in control of our weather, producing the heat, also picking up some of that humidity from the south and southeast and some monsoonal activity. Still a chance for some showers over the mountains and deserts today. But we are looking at the rest of this week as the hottest week potentially of the year, and that is why we have widespread heat alerts and extreme heat warnings in effect, including also now we've got critical fire danger. So we do have red flag warnings that are in effect. There is some relief. That's the good news. High pressure will start to break down as we get to this coming weekend and into early next week. In the meantime, all the areas shaded in the pink here with that extreme heat warning, and at the coast we've got some heat advisories as well. So very hot temperatures, dangerous heat here with us. There's that red flag warning shaded in the pink color, particularly dry areas there, but also pretty widespread air quality alerts here in place. So that's another reason to stay indoors with higher harmful levels of ozone and smog outside. Temperatures on the sand, mid-80s perhaps, and surf heights 2 to 4 feet. Ventura County LA beaches a little bit bigger in OC, looking at 5+ feet with that surf height. And then some increasing surf as we get into tomorrow and the remainder of the week. 99 for downtown LA today, 101, even hotter tomorrow and Thursday. The Valley's 110 degrees to 112 on Wednesday. Look at how it does get down to the 90s as we get to Sunday, Monday. Up into the mountains, 84 with that chance for some showers, and then maybe cooling back down to 70s as we get into Sunday, Monday of next week. The low desert, of course, very hot, extreme heat warning there, getting up to near 114 by Thursday. Back to you guys.
Grazie, Maria. Ciao. Born into the restaurant industry, Cesare Viettina continues his family legacy with Italian fine dining in the heart of LA. And he does it alongside his beautiful partner and wife. Joining me are the team behind Cesare Ristorante on 3rd Street, Cesare and Pamela. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Piacere.
Piacere mio.
Oh my gosh, this food looks delicious. Tell me about how your family legacy and the recipes play a big part of the menu.
Well, my father started the whole story about our restaurant. We had the restaurant in Forte dei Marmi before coming here to LA. Forte dei Marmi is a beautiful resort on the Italian Riviera.
Oh,
and
go on.
So I was born in the restaurant business.
Yeah.
And I've been in LA for many years now, over 30 years. And Cesare Ristorante, it's our last project.
I love this. And what's the best part about working together?
Oh, that we never fight and everything's perfect.
Everything's perfect, right?
No, it's really fun, and we're so much closer than ever. I mean, we work really well as a team. I'm very happy. And it's a family restaurant. It really is. Our kids for the summer woke up every morning and set out the patio and really helped because they wanted bunk beds. And I said, you have to earn it. So they really worked.
Wow.
And now they bought themselves bunk beds.
Yes.
So, I mean, teaching the kids while they're young. Hi, Rocco. Hi, Luca, by the way. And Mom and Dad.
I love that. Now tell me about some of your most popular dishes.
Okay, we can start as a little when you come in. Yes, that's formaggio. It's Parmigiano and a little olives that goes so well with either your cocktail, your martini, or your glass of wine. And then we can go, of course, we have some focaccia with that. We can start with some simple focaccia with olive oil and rosemary.
Okay.
Or we have something a little more complex, like this is a brie and peaches.
Brie and peaches.
Brie and
That's
peaches,
my favorite
yes.
one.
And then we have a fantastic salad. This is a baby artichoke salad, which I go and get in downtown twice a week because it's impossible to find. I have my friend Alan that expects me there with a nice espresso. So he has put aside some nice artichoke for me. And then, of course, we can go to a nice meatballs, which is everybody's favorite appetizer. We cannot leave them out. And then we move to pasta.
You have to have la pasta.
Yes, la pasta al pomodoro. This is, we call it pasta maitò.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, maitò, it's the first restaurant my father opened in Italy in the 60s. And if you actually go on Italian Google, there is actually the story when he created that. And so we are doing it again in honor of our first restaurant. And then, of course, we put a lasagna there because everybody loves lasagna.
Everybody.
Yes. And
a little pesce.
Oh, pesce, I forgot. This is an appetizer for us. It's white beans, cannellini beans, and shrimp with a little olive oil and lemon. A fantastic appetizer. And then, of course, we have carne. I mean, a nice tagliata. We put with herbs, Mediterranean herbs, and a few vegetables. At the restaurant, we have potatoes as well here. We couldn't do it. But,
everything. Va benissimo. Delicious, delicious, delicious. Now, I know that your restaurant plays an important part in our medical community, right?
Yes, we're right in front of Cedars-Sinai. We have a lot of doctors that come in after a long day and they decompress in our booths and they just have a nice barolo and they really have a nice talk. They'll be there for hours, and it's nice and it's beautiful. We have a really great relationship with them.
Yeah, 8 of them came at 9:30 last night. We're ready to close, and they came in 8 people. Of course, it was a pleasure to take care of them.
So sweet. That's nice. You take care of your customers, you take care of each other, and you take care of this delicious menu, giving us really good, fresh food.
Yes, and let's not forget the passion that you have to put in this. You know, that's the most important ingredient.
Oh, that's right. Passion and love. Well, Chendan.
Chendan.
Go to cesareristorante.com for more information, to make a reservation, and to see more of their delicious menu. And we will be right back. Grazie.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. This stuff's so good.
Good morning. Welcome to 9 a.m. Glad to have you with us. I'm Roxy Carpadian.
And I'm Sandra Enda. Thanks for joining us. There is extreme, dangerous heat out there, right, Maria?
Yes, absolutely. We talked a little bit about this yesterday. Good morning to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. Get ready for potentially the hottest week of the year. An area of high pressure is controlling our weather right now, and you can tell by how clear the skies are over here. We're not even picking up some of that monsoonal moisture. It is already 99 degrees in Palm Springs at this early hour, 80 82 in Ontario. Downtown LA nearly 80 degrees, 81 in Woodland Hills to that 69 in Big Bear. And up into the mountains, we're still seeing some instability on the model. So there is a 20% chance, 10 to 20% chance for some showers. Otherwise, mid-80s under the extreme heat alert as well. 103 in the high desert to 111 in the low desert areas. Downtown LA yesterday, we did break that record. Today, even hotter, 99 expected. 110 in the valleys and the Inland Empire to around the mid-80s along the coast. I'll go over the weather alerts and tell you when the relief is coming. There's some relief. I'll show you that in my extended outlook in just a few moments. In the meantime, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. We're talking about that dangerous heat, as you mentioned, and fire weather conditions triggered new warnings across Southern California.
Christy Fajardo live in Santa Monica with how crews are preparing and what you can do to stay safe. Hi there.
Hi, good morning. Being in Santa Monica is one way you can stay safe. Right now it is 77 degrees. It is expected to get up to 83 degrees, which has locals complaining, but it is a far cry from what it's going to be in other places, which could be up to 20 degrees or more hotter, which of course, has triggered a whole list of warnings, including one from the National Weather Service, which is warning of triple-digit heat in lower elevations. And if you add to that the winds and humidity, which could get as low as 8%, and it is a recipe for fires, which is why LA County Fire is augmenting staffing. They are pre-deploying staff all over the LA County. They've done this strategically, hoping to jump on any wildfire before it gets out of hand. And a red flag warning of critical wildfire conditions will take effect at 10 this morning, and it will run through Friday afternoon for the San Gabriel Mountains and the Highway 5 and also 14 corridors. And as we have seen in the past, electrical equipment has sparked terrible fires in California during high fire danger days. That's why, as a precautionary measure, Southern California Edison announced the possibility of public safety power shutoffs. They say will impact nearly 4,000 customers in LA County, mainly near Malibu, also just north of us in the Santa Monica Mountain Recreational Area, and in Castaic and Sandburg. Temperatures are expected to be up to 5 degrees higher over what they were yesterday, which already broke records. That's why the city of LA has opened cooling centers. You can dial 211 if you want to find one near you. Angelinos are also being advised to stay hydrated, limit outdoor activity, check on vulnerable family members and neighbors, and of course don't leave pets or children in cars. And back out here live, lots of people out exercising here in Santa Monica this morning, but of course, as I mentioned, it is only 77 degrees at this hour, although it is expected to get hotter, even reaching into the 80s later on today. Live in Santa Monica, I'm Christy Fajardo. Let's send it back to you.
Yeah, it's only 9 a.m. That's right. Thank you so much. Thanks for being there. Now, summer break officially ending this morning for thousands of students in Long Beach.
It's the first day of school for Long Beach Unified, and one of the campuses welcoming students back today is Wilson High School, and Mario Ramirez is there live with all the excitement. Hi there, Mario.
Yeah, that's right. Wilson High School celebrating quite a milestone, 100 years here in Long Beach. And we watched high schoolers get welcomed back onto the campus this morning. But I want you to take a look at this. This looks beautiful. I don't know if I've ever seen an aquatic center as part of a school program quite as nice as this. For decades, this school has built a reputation as an aquatics powerhouse. And now these students, they have a facility designed to match that legacy. The Bruins now call this state-of-the-art aquatic center home. And I want to bring in David Said. He is the superintendent here, Long Beach Unified School District. This is amazing, and this is the first time I'm seeing it. This is quite a pool here.
Absolutely. It is a fabulous facility that was provided for by our taxpayers with Measure K. So we are excited to be able to offer this to our students. This is what is called a modular pool, and it is specifically equipped for what would be considered champion grade swimming and water polo. So Wilson will continue to have great athletics and aquatics here in this center.
And that's amazing. And we've been highlighting Wilson. We showed the welcoming committee here earlier this morning. You had the marching band, and some of the dance squad and cheerleaders welcoming students. What's that like for you to see that as your first year superintendent?
It is exciting because whenever you're able to just welcome students and set the conditions for them to be successful, making sure that the staff, the facilities, every aspect of their experience is helping them just helping them excel. And so we are very excited about starting this year off with such a great start.
That's awesome. Now, I felt bad for making you stand out here in the sun with a full suit, but you
gotta wear those Wilson colors.
You look great, and I know it's all about dressing to impress the first day of school. So mission accomplished. Appreciate that, and nice to meet you.
You as well.
Yeah, great job. So we're also talking about this heat wave as well. And look, they've got lifeguards here. They said every time there's anyone on the deck, they've got lifeguards. Before we go, let me ask you, what do you do when it's this hot? What do you do to prepare?
Making sure we've got enough hydration for ourselves. We take breaks. The outdoor pools here at the district have an air-conditioned room that we can go into when we need to cool down, so we're pretty prepared for it.
Yeah, okay, so another part of the story here as we're feeling those temperatures already here in Long Beach at the new Aquatic Center at Wilson High School. We'll send it back to you.
Good dip, Mario. We've seen you do it before.
I know. If I had my swimsuit, I was joking with the school officials earlier, I would jump in. I'm not lying. So.
Well, what's
But
stopping you?
I know.
Quickly. It's
Shorts
very
are
hot.
shorts. Come
Yeah.
on.
Skinny dip, maybe.
Maybe towards the end. All right, thank you so much. Let's get to this. The trade war between the U.S. and Canada is escalating fast this morning, and it could soon hit consumers both sides of the border. So this morning, Canada announced it is retaliating against the U.S. with $20 billion in new tariffs on over 700 American products. We're talking everything from cheese and seafood to farm equipment. The move follows the Trump administration's decision to impose 50% tariffs on Canadian imports after trade talks collapsed. Canada's prime minister says that his country will not accept what he calls U.S. pressure tactics, while President Trump is threatening additional tariffs on Canadian vehicles, auto parts, and steel.
A live look in Pacific Palisades this morning as a new home is being assembled piece by piece as part of wildfire recovery there. Look at that.
Crews are craning factory-built sections into place to create this nearly 2,000 square foot, 3-bedroom home. It's Bevy House's second factory completed, rebuilt in the Palisades. An approach that actually does allow construction to happen off-site. They say it helps fire victims cut down the long wait to finally get home.
That's very cool. All right, something unusual is cruising our coastline. Another hammerhead shark has been spotted at our local beaches just a week after one turned up near Malibu. So this 8 to 9 foot hammerhead was seen about a mile off Laguna Beach, one of several reported in recent weeks, including the one near the Malibu Pier and another off the coast of Santa Barbara. Experts say warmer ocean water is drawing species we don't typically see this far north. The photographer who captured these images says the last time he saw a hammerhead here was back in 2015, another year when unusually warm water brought exotic sea life to our coast. That is so pretty.
From afar.
They're not dangerous. I would swim with the hammerhead, wouldn't you, Maria?
You know, I probably have many times in my life, let's put it that way. You just don't know what's down there. But growing up in the ocean, basically in Hawaii, yes, with other kinds of fish life and mammals, I'm sure. Anyway, good morning to you. You mentioned it. We do have some hot conditions out there. Hopefully you're staying cool in the traffic because you can tell that it is back to school. We have a lot of cars on the road. It's a little bit better right now, but as we take a look at one of our live traffic cameras here on the 105, this is the 105 westbound at Crenshaw Boulevard, right at the on-ramp here, and it looks like it's moving nicely, at least. Definitely more volume on the road as a result of everybody, most of the kids now back to school today. Here are the drive times in and out of downtown LA. It's definitely slow on that West 10. This is going towards Santa Monica between the 5 to the 405, it's 51 minutes. On that North 110 between the 405 to the 10, 33 minutes there. Look at the red, and very slow on that West 60 between the 57 to the 5, 66 minutes. Now let's take a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DT LA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
It's Santa Monica. Did you know this week? Birthday for Aroxia. It's her birthday week. Yeah, listen to me speak.
Birthday week. I hadn't even thought of it that way.
It's your birthday week.
Oh, stop.
Yesterday we were in recovery mode, but today we're in celebrate mode again. Because it's Roxy's time. It's finally going to be 25.
Oh, I'm so excited to be 25.
You can rent a car and drive to Santa Monica.
Okay.
And just for you, Roxy, because I know we're kicking off your birthday week, this story is dedicated to my love, Aroxia, Carpathian. What was the Hey Jude song? When Aroxia hears it,
I know, that's true.
Entertainment sponsored by Yamava. Yamava, not Yamava. No. Christina. Na. Hey. Lucy, I'm home. I Love Lucy has been legendary for years, but now it's getting an award to cement that status. I Love Lucy will receive the Television Academy's first ever Legacy Award at the Creative Arts Emmys on September 6th.
Ooh.
Fred, Ethel, Lucy, Desi.
So
wow. I Love Lucy ran from 1951 to 1957. Okay, Aroxia, what are the 3 best episodes of I Love Lucy in your
Well, you're looking at one.
Yeah, that's iconic.
And you're looking at the grape stomping is another one, too. So good job there. Let me see.
The
what else
physical comedy, they're genius. They're just so
that's the specialty.
I know.
The one where Lucy pretends to be like a princess from a made-up country, the Queen of Afghanistan or something. She makes up this whole thing. Listen, I've seen every episode, like, I don't know, 50 times maybe, and I still will watch it.
Yeah,
and you'll still laugh.
And I still laugh. I don't know. I just still laugh.
Yeah.
And my kids appreciate it too.
And Lucy, you know, obviously she tore down barriers too. I mean, I believe for prime time she was the first woman to show her have a pregnant belly.
Yes, a real one
on television, a real one. Yeah.
And Ricky and Lucy were the first to connect their beds.
Yeah.
You know, for a while the episode had them sleeping in different beds with their matching pajamas. But then they connected their beds, which is a big deal.
Halloween costume if you wanted to go.
For Lucy?
Lucy and your husband could be Desi.
Okay.
And the kids could be Fred and Ethel.
Okay, who's going to be Fred?
I think we know. I think we know who the Ethel is.
What's crazy about that is Fred and Ethel in real life hated each other.
Oh, really?
Allegedly.
No, they did. Oh. I've done digging. They did not like each other. Yeah, so some good acting.
Very good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow, that is really good acting then. We don't act.
No.
We like each other. And we like pumpkin spice lattes.
Some of us.
In season.
How do you feel about a pumpkin spice latte?
It's not fall yet, Amanda. Back up.
Okay,
Listen, the pumpkin spice latte came out and saw its shadow, and which means
I don't mind it, but again, it has to feel right. Right now it's like 100 degrees. I can't do that.
Exactly.
Also, I prefer hot pumpkin spice, not a cold pumpkin spice.
And only 2 pumps, please. Not too many.
Yeah, not too many. I like a 2 pump. Yeah, like for the pumpkin spice latte. 49% of you like pumpkin spice for your favorite fall flavor. You can go to foxla.com/vote. Let's see if we have any comments. Okay, Anne Marie in Los Angeles, pumpkin spice latte. Latte me, baby. Yeah, Anne Marie. Love it. Tiffany in Montebello, we love pumpkin spice season.
These are your people.
These are my people.
Juan in Menifee, apple cinnamon Cheerios.
Oh, I do love those.
I've never had that.
I love apple cinnamon.
But
you
this
never
is
had
Cheerios.
Yeah, but the flavor. I love it because we had apple cinnamon as one of our choices. I love apple cinnamon Cheerios.
And Amanda from Eastville, pumpkin spice is overrated.
It's almost like I saved that comment for you to read. All right, Amanda, that is not an Amanda thing.
You know
we
what
just canceled each other out.
The chai, which is seasonal, but the chai smell. The chai flavor, the chai, whatever. Yeah, it's very fall, too.
It is.
Yeah, I like that. It's a classic.
And it's not fall yet.
It's not. Sandra's a summer lover, so we have to be sensitive.
All right, well, let's be sensitive to this because forget cheating scandals. It turns out it's the little things that may be causing the biggest relationship fights. A new nationwide survey finds Americans are increasingly focused on what experts call micro-cheating. The top offender, flirty text messages with someone other than your partner, hidden chats, deleting messages, and keeping contacts under fake names also made the list.
It's not micro-cheating. Wow. This is bad.
Meanwhile, 1 in 7 people surveyed admit they've developed romantic feelings for someone outside their relationship, and some breakups happen for some bizarre reasons. We're talking about annoying gum chewing, weird-looking feet, and yes, pineapple on pizza.
Oh, wow. You would break up with someone over that?
Just tell them not to eat it.
Yeah.
Those are red flag gum chewing.
I think just loud chewing, which I think many people discovered about their significant other during COVID.
Pandemic, yes.
Where you're like, have you always chewed?
Right. That's so
why
funny,
do you
right?
do these habits? Has this always existed?
Yeah.
Everyone's
And
so
sometimes it's
sensitive.
hereditary.
Chewing loudly?
Yeah, I come from a family of loud chewers, and my husband brought that to my attention, so then I am more conscious about it now. But then when I'm around them, I go, you pipe down, what's going on?
That is so
I haven't noticed
funny.
that about you. I've not noticed
Because I cut it out.
Cut it out. We're going to take a break. What's that from? What show is that?
Cut.
Friend.
Core memory.
Stop grapes right here on Good Day LA.
That was so good.
That's pregnant Maria Sansone, actually.
It's full circle with this Lucy stuff.
That's so great.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. Good Day LA weather is sponsored by Pechanga Resort Casino. We got a lot of sunshine outside. Notice Santa Monica looking out towards Malibu. We've got some, it looks like it's going to be cool out there on the sand, but you know what? It's also going to be pretty warm at the beach. We do have widespread heat warnings as well as heat advisory all the way to the coast. And it's going to be even hotter than yesterday. And yesterday, if you were out there, you noticed it was hot. In fact, we broke some records. Van Nuys was 105 degrees. Downtown LA record high of 98. Same for Anaheim. Long Beach got up to a record high of 97. Not only that, but overnight low temperatures are also record breaking. Very hot, very high low in Palm Springs. Last night, 88 degrees. We've got this big dome of high pressure that is still in control of our weather, producing the heat, pulling up some of that moisture, so it's a little humid, especially near the coast. And we have some instability, 10%, 20% chance for some showers for the mountains and deserts. But we do have widespread heat alerts for this dangerous heat, which we're looking at the hottest week, potentially, of the years. And not only that, we have widespread critical fire danger, so we do have red flag warnings in effect. When will the relief come, though? High will start to weaken as we get to the weekend. I think by Sunday, Monday, you'll notice the big drop in those temperatures and maybe even get closer to average by Monday. In the meantime, we do have all the heat advisories in effect. All the areas shaded in the orange here. That means heat-related illnesses increasing significantly during these extreme heat events. So you want to watch what you're doing outside. You want to limit your physical activity outdoors. Extreme heat warnings. Look at this. Even through parts of the South Bay, temperatures getting well into the triple digits. And of course, the Coachella Valley, 116 possible up there. But not only that, we have the red flag warning, like I said, for the hot, dry conditions. We also have air quality alert that's out there. This will keep you indoors as well. Harmful levels of ozone up, air pollution, that smog. Here are the highs: 115 in Indio, 103 in Bakersfield if you're headed north. Looking at the day planner for Anaheim, look at this, getting into the mid-90s later this afternoon at around 2, 3 p.m. And then out towards Riverside, even hotter, 103 degrees by 2 o'clock this afternoon. All right, stay with us. Coming up, I'll show you the 7-day forecast right after this break. So don't go anywhere.
is not ready to let go of summer. Which one is it?
Look at the
It's
odds.
hot, and there's a dangerous heat wave.
Yeah. No,
so I'm
it's true.
dressing cool in light colors. I listen to what you say.
You're dressing
Yet
green.
you're wearing long sleeves and black.
Well, I was saying this earlier this morning to Jen and Bobby. The hotter it is outside, like the colder it is.
That is very true.
Yeah. So sometimes I dress for this studio rather than outside.
I actually had the heater blasting at me this morning as I was getting ready.
Wow.
It's so cold in
Because
here.
what happened today?
What happened today?
Oh,
Don't even try to connect it. No.
Because it's pumpkin spice latte.
DSL.
It's definitely not why. But
Then wear orange, Amanda.
I do, in my feet.
Oh.
It started in 2003, so we're celebrating the Jordan year of the PSL, 23 years.
That is why we are all in black.
Yes.
Except me.
Ice PSL, maybe?
Only for those who celebrate.
It's going to be another hot one, you guys. I don't have to tell you. If you were out there yesterday, I mean, it was really a scorcher, and it's going to continue today into tomorrow. All right, I'll walk over to the green screen. You three carry on, as always. We have some even hotter days ahead, more record-breaking temperatures certainly possible today into Friday, and then things will start to change a little bit for the better. We've got widespread extreme heat warnings and advisories, red flag warnings in addition to that for critical fire weather. We've got the hot and also drying out conditions outside, so that is posing some high fire danger out there. So be aware of your surroundings, be aware of those fire ignition sources, and if you see something, say something, please. 98 degrees, high temperature yesterday again, which was a record high temperature, by the way. We could tie or even break another record today with that 99 we're expecting. The record is 102, so it's definitely within range. Our sunset time is coming up at 7:28 this evening. Here's the checklist. Just a reminder about making sure to take hydration breaks if you have to be out and about. Take numerous breaks from the sun. And, you know, it makes a difference what you wear. Lightweight, light-colored clothing. It really does make a difference. You can wear bright pink like...
Right, exactly. I listened to you.
Yeah. Air conditioning is a must. Try to find some AC. Check on your friends, the elderly particularly. And, of course, take care of the pets. And look before you lock. We always say that in the back of your car. Just look, please, before you lock, no matter what. Heat dangers, heat exhaustion, heat stroke. Know the difference of the symptoms. Faint or dizzy, excessive sweating, cool, pale, clammy skin, weak pulse, muscle cramping. Typically, someone is suffering from heat exhaustion there. So you want to get to AC, you want to get some water, maybe some cold compresses. But if you see someone that's not sweating, red hot, dry skin, despite the heat, rapid, strong pulse, may faint, call 911. That can be heat stroke and that can be fatal. So you really do want to pay attention to those symptoms and call for help. 105 in Santa Clarita today, 110 in Woodland Hills, 102 in Corona, 111 in Palm Springs, to that 84 in Big Bear. I'll show you that 7-day forecast when I come back. Back to you.
All right, the NFL is investigating one of its owners who was arrested on suspicion of engaging in prostitution. Police arrested the owner of the San Francisco 49ers, Jed York, on Sunday in Ohio. They say he responded to an advertisement from what police say is a known prostitution website. This was a police sting, and the NFL owner was intercepted by officers. He's pleaded no contest to disorderly conduct and an additional misdemeanor of possessing a criminal tool. In a statement, the 49ers said this is a legal matter which has been resolved and that there will be no further comment. Nearly 2 years after a local high school football player died following a game, his family is now speaking out.
The family of Christopher Garcia says devastating mistakes were made and is now fighting for changes to help prevent another tragedy. Rachel Aragon has more from Southgate.
The sister of Christopher Garcia. Kimberly Garcia wiping away tears nearly 2 years after her brother, Christopher Garcia, died after suffering a catastrophic brain injury during a high school football game. He was the funniest kid you ever meet. He was so sweet, caring. The family and their legal team claim during the August 2024 game at Southeast High School, Christopher executed what they call a textbook defense tackle, then suffered a major brain injury after his head struck the ground. The family says he underwent an emergency medical treatment, but passed away 11 days later.
There were issues with how hard the field was and what the standards are for being able to play on a football field like that.
Christopher's family filing a wrongful death lawsuit against Los Angeles Unified School District. They allege the school district failed to provide safe facilities and adequate supervision. Their attorney claimed the other issue was the concussion protocol.
He had had some previous concussion, and the way they cleared him and the way they allowed him to continue to play, I think, was another factor.
There is room for people to investigate and study and improve upon the game.
Dr. David Kazanica, who has no ties to the wrongful death lawsuit, cautions parents overall who have kids wanting to get into football or other contact sports at a very early age.
The earlier you get exposed to those contacts, the worse it is for you over the course of time.
When it comes to preventing concussions or brain injuries, Dr. Kazanica says coaches need to prioritize teaching technique over hard tackles.
There's no equipment that's going to override just bad technique or, unfortunate situations.
Prevention is also what Christopher Garcia's family says is inspiring them to take legal action.
Our main thing is we just don't want this to ever happen to anybody else. Like, this experience is terrible.
And we also reached out to LAUSD for any comment on that wrongful death lawsuit. A spokesperson for the school district says LAUSD does not comment on pending and ongoing litigation. Reporting in Southgate, I'm Rachel Aragon, Fox 11 News.
And this morning we have a new look at just how prevalent brain disease might be in NFL players.
Brooke is here now with a new study and what it's revealing.
Yeah, so what we've learned is at least 1 in 4 of all men who have ever played in the NFL might expect to end up with CTE. This is according to the latest data just laid out in a new report in the New York Times this morning. CTE is chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Hundreds of former players have been diagnosed with the disease after their deaths, and that's actually the only way to diagnose it, after death. According to this report, researchers examined information on every single former player who died from 2016 through 2021. Nearly 25% had CTE. Researchers actually say that number could be even higher because many of their brains, most of them, were never examined. So according to this latest data, if you apply the new study stats to today's nearly 1,700 players on the league's regular season rosters, the most conservative estimate is at least 400 of them would be diagnosed with CTE. We've seen many revealing studies on CTE over the last 20 years. What's different here is scientists applied CTE cases to the broader context of the general NFL population, not just donated brains. Most former players' brains are never examined, but we do know over the years, most of the donated brains examined showed some level of CTE. They are typically donated because they show some signs of the disease while living. The disease was first discovered in boxers. Of course, now it's commonly linked to football players, but it's also been found in the brains of hockey, rugby, and soccer players, wrestlers, and bobsledders. And there's this, interestingly, a report in the Times a couple years back showed members of the military who work with artillery also seem susceptible to the disease.
Bobsledders, that's interesting. It's so different. I don't know, I guess I'm trying to think of the types of, I guess,
the
falls,
impact on your
maybe?
head.
Your brain, yeah.
Right?
Repeated
Like
head injuries.
Wow.
Or just the jarring nature of it.
It's too bad that they can't really come up with a way to see if someone is suffering from this while it's happening while they're alive, right? Like, you always have to wait until they've passed.
Yeah, you know, the researchers are working on that really hard. That's one of the most important aspects of studying this. They hope for a future where you can diagnose it while living, like things like Parkinson's or Alzheimer's. I did see Tony Dorsett, Hall of Fame running back. He believes he is living with CTE. He was diagnosed with signs of CTE. So the science has gotten to a point to where some doctors, some former NFL players, multiple former NFL players who are still living, believe they are living with CTE because of how their brains are operating at this point in their lives.
Do you know some of the symptoms or what would make them think that they do have CTE?
Yeah, you know what's interesting, what I found really interesting about all of this research is, you know, scientists say they see this in people who have repeated hits to the head, essentially. And so I wanted to know, how many people do they see CTE in who have no history of repeated head injuries? Nearly zero.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I wonder if it's like forgetfulness, right? Some of those symptoms that they are like, oh, I think something's off. Or
Personality differences, right? Like
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, just anecdotally, I don't know because I'm not a medical professional, but you just hear about stories, right, where they, yes, maybe forget, or maybe there's rage or emotional issues. You don't know how it rewires your brain.
I mean, you've seen it here's the thing, most of the cases are not made public. We see it in like really popular places, like people who are Hall of Famers or have had other type of trouble, right? Like from Aaron Hernandez, Frank Gifford on the other end, Junior Seau on the other end. And so it's one of those things where we as the public don't have an accurate look at what these people were dealing with throughout their lives. We've just seen the most, not newsworthy, because every case is newsworthy, but just the cases that have been made public.
And as the years have gone on, the fact that they're consistently, these cases also grow, because I don't know if any of the parents who put their kids into some of these sports think about it too, right? Do you think about the fact that this can impact my kid down the...
Sure, my flag football is huge right now, and my son really loves it, and I worry if he wants to play contact or tackle and what that would mean.
Does he play soccer? I mean, it's interesting, that was even on the list. It's one of those things, I know your daughter plays, but...
Or they fall, because it's a physical sport as well. So
it's a fascinating and scary situation. The scientists here, going back to just football, American football, they say kids should not be playing any sort of tackle football like as children, and they want a world where professional football players eliminate hits during practice. And you kind of think, how would that work if the first time a Mack truck comes slamming into you is Sunday?
And there's tackle football for kids as young as 5 now.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen cases that have nothing to do with professional football players, right? People who never played in the league, but after death were diagnosed with CTE. Do you remember the guy who went on that unfortunate shooting rampage? It was last year at the building, the NFL offices in New York City. After death, he was diagnosed with CTE.
That said, study my brain.
Yes.
That was so tragic.
That is, oh wow. It's scary, huh?
Yeah, I watched an interview with Tony Dorsett, and he was saying, you know, one of the most devastating aspects of just at least what he's dealing with. Again, he cannot be diagnosed now, but he said that his daughter's telling him that they're scared of him. That he's prone to this behavior that is not him.
Rage and anger. All right, Brooke, thank you. Federal prosecutors have announced a big drug bust. This is at LAX. An airport worker and another man are accused of taking part in an alleged fentanyl trafficking operation. The DOJ released this photo right here showing what agents allegedly found inside of a duffel bag. 24 pounds of fentanyl. The arrest happened last week. Investigators say agents watched the 2 men meet inside of an airport bathroom before detaining them. The feds say the drugs were bound for Minnesota. Prosecutors say both men are in their 20s and live in Lenox. If convicted, they could face decades behind bars.
A devastating fire in Old Town Newhall is now raising new questions after investigators say the blaze started at an auto shop already under scrutiny. We brought you the story as breaking news yesterday morning, a massive fire ripping through Main Street, destroying several businesses there, including Care Tucker Clothing, the Main Theater, the Newhall Refinery Restaurant, and Gary's Auto Collision Center. Investigators say the fire started at Gary's Auto and spread quickly through the historic district. The owner of Gary's Auto also owned another repair shop that burned down last year. The Collision Center has recently been the focus of a Fox 11 investigation after customers claimed they paid for repairs but never got their cars back.
Of a lot of litigation. He has been holding my boyfriend's car hostage for the past 10 months, put it on a fraudulent lien, over $200,000.
I don't hold any car hostage. I don't hold anything hostage.
That was the owner of Gary's Auto, John Wright, denying all allegations when Fox 11 spoke to him in July. We tried to reach him again Monday, but we're unsuccessful. The cause of this fire, though, is still under investigation.
It is day 6 of the landmark child safety trial against Meta. A San Diego State professor took that stand on day 5, testified that heavy social media use is linked to depression, anxiety, and self-harm. Meta's attorneys challenged her expertise and cited studies reaching different conclusions. years. 29 states, including California, accused the social media company of designing the Facebook and Instagram to addict children and misleading the public about the platform's safety.
A study found nearly 1 in 3 college students are suffering from some form of eating disorder.
Some psychologists say sleep is a big factor. Ted Lindner explains.
With many college students back on campus, wellness experts say it's important to fuel learning minds with healthy eating habits. This, as some psychologists are raising awareness about the potential for eating disorders, like binge eating, among student populations.
A lot of people think about eating disorders as this niche thing that happens to primarily young, white, affluent women, and in fact, that's not very true.
Angeline Botera is an assistant professor at Texas A&M University. She says 20 to 30% of college students say they binge eat, which can lead to cardiovascular issues, obesity, and psychiatric conditions. The Mayo Clinic describes the disorder as feeling like you're not able to stop eating, and it lists several treatments, including talk therapy, medications, lifestyle changes, and alternative medicine. Botera and her team are working on the sleep side of things. She says college students may have different classes on different days, so they're eating and sleeping at different times.
Resetting those rhythms and getting them on a regular clock where they're eating relatively around the same times a day, sleeping around the same times a day.
Botera says only 50% of people who have had access to treatment for eating disorders actually recover.
That really indicates to me that our treatments just aren't cutting it for a lot of people.
And while some people are eager to focus on therapy to address body image concerns, Botera says it's important to tackle behaviors first before focusing on thought processes. I'm Ted Lindner, Fox News.
Easier said than done, right? Balancing sleeping and eating and
how is the back-to-school sleep schedule going?
It's okay. It's not bad. Yeah.
Was it a struggle at first, or
not bad? I mean, we don't let them go to bed late, so.
I tried to start the scheduling earlier. You know, like let's practice, but
it's not working out.
I mean, school starts tomorrow, but still,
good luck.
It's just I know. Takes a while. It takes a while. They're going to be grumpy tomorrow morning, that's for sure. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Developing news from Nevada, firefighters say they are making progress on the 15,000-acre Hawk fire burning near Reno. This morning, containment now stands at 27%. Officials say at least 30 homes have burned since the fire broke out over the weekend. More than 60,000 people remain under evacuation orders. Investigators say the fire was human-caused, but they have not yet determined if it was intentional or an accident.
Amid a long and difficult recovery from the Palisades fire, we are watching one family's home return to their Pacific Palisades neighborhood.
The 3-bedroom house was built in sections inside a factory, and today those modules are being delivered, as you can see right there, and craned into the foundation. Bevy House says building the house while off-site happens separately can make the process of getting home going much faster, offering families who lost everything another pass through what can otherwise be a years-long road home. So clearly this is a faster way. Build it off-site and then put it on the foundation later. Maria, looks great out there, right? It's a hot day to be working outside, though.
Tough. It's tough to be working out there in these weather conditions, and we have been talking about it really for the better part of this month and particularly this week. So if you still have yet to go out there today, make sure you do take the necessary precautions, drink a lot of water, take numerous breaks. Really the keys to get inside in air conditioning. High pressure is in control of our weather here across not just the Southwest, but really all of the West, and that high is going to stay strong, especially today, tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, and then we'll see things change as that high kind of breaks down. We'll watch an approaching trough of low pressure, which will help to bring a cooler air mass here over the West as we get into the end of August. I know we're close to it, and the first week of September. In the meantime, we do have a lot of alerts here in place, extreme heat warnings in effect. We've got red flag warnings, especially over the mountains of LA and Ventura counties for heightened fire danger. We have heat advisories all the way to the beach. And not only that, we also have an air quality alert for higher ozone levels and pollution. So that will definitely keep you indoors. So really stay heat safe. If you are headed to the beach, yeah, it's a little bit better, but we do have some moderate rip current risks out there. We are increasing the wave heights as we get into the end of this week into the coming weekend. We'll get a little bump up out of the south and southwest for many storms in the central and south Pacific. Even the east Pacific, we're watching a new system. Surf heights today, 2 to 4 feet. Ventura County, LA beaches, maybe getting up to 5-foot sets in Orange County. Those temperatures on the sand getting into the 80s. Water temperatures definitely feel good, getting into those mid, even upper 70s. 99 today for downtown LA. Extreme heat warning in effect. 101, even hotter tomorrow on Thursday. And then look how the temperatures drop slightly as we get to the weekend. Monday, I would say you'll really notice it come down closer to average. 110 in the valleys in IE, 112 tomorrow. We'll get to around 90s on Sunday, and Monday even cooler. So hang on for that, okay? The mountains 84 with red flag warnings, chances for some light showers, getting back down to the 70s by Monday. 103 in the high desert, 204 tomorrow, maybe 90s as we get to Sunday. And then out towards the Coachella Valley, of course, even hotter. 111, extreme heat warning there in Palm Springs. 114 on Thursday. Then a slight cool down, if you can call it that, 109 to 106 by Sunday, Monday of next week. Stay heat safe, please, out there. Back to you.
Thank you, Maria. So Disneyland is making way for a future expansion, breaking ground on a new parking structure and transportation hub. The project will add more than 6,000 parking spaces along with shuttle and rideshare areas and direct access from Disney Way. Plans also include a pedestrian bridge over Harbor Boulevard leading to a new arrival area. Construction is set to begin this fall.
Walmart is launching a new fashion brand called Scenario. Walmart says the line will offer affordable, trend-style fashions for shoppers. The move comes as Walmart works to attract more fashion-conscious consumers. The company is also looking to compete more directly with online clothing retailers.
All right.
Check it out. Scenario.
Happy shopping. We'll be right back. Good morning and welcome to Good Day LA at 10 o'clock. I'm Roxy Carpadian.
And I'm Sandra Endo. Thanks for joining us. We have you covered in terms of all the heat you're experiencing this week, right, Maria?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I haven't been outside yet in the recent last hour or so, but earlier this morning, I already felt that heat early, so I can just imagine how warm it is. We'll get to the current numbers in just a few moments, but here's the latest on our satellite radar pictures. Not too much in the way of our natural AC, not really picking up that marine layer. There's some patchy clouds, but it's offshore. We've got a big dome of high pressure, and that is in control of our weather. In fact, it's much stronger today, tomorrow, on Thursday, and this is what's producing the heat, also pulling up more of that humidity, so it does feel muggy, adding to the discomfort outside, especially near the coast. And there's still a slight chance for some showers over the mountains and the deserts. But this could be the hottest week of the year coming up. Heat alerts are in place for the dangerous hot conditions. We also have, in addition to that, critical fire weather because of the hot conditions, and it's drying things out as we speak. We won't get any relief, though, until perhaps the latter part of this weekend into next week, when you really notice the changes as that high sort of weakens, pushes off to the east. Until then, it'll be pretty uncomfortable outside. So try to stay indoors. That's what the heat alerts mean. You really want to limit your physical activity outside. 86 in Ontario right now. It is 87 in Woodland Hills, nearly 90 as well in Corona. 90 just ticked up in San Bernardino, 79 in Big Bear, to that 103 in Palm Springs. And it's in the Coachella Valley where it'll be the hottest. Of course, 111 plus today in Palm Springs, 103 in the high desert. Extreme heat warnings there, red flag warnings as well up into the mountains. And we've added the icon for some isolated storms up in the mountains, 20% chance. Otherwise, it'll just be the heat you'll contend with. 110 in the valleys in the IE, 99 for downtown LA. That could, again, maybe be even hotter. Could break another record. We'll see this afternoon. 82 along the coast with some humidity. We'll talk more about the advisories, show you the extended outlook coming up in just a couple minutes. Back to you.
All right, let's talk about how to stay safe during these dangerous temperatures.
That's right. Christy Fajardo joins us live from Santa Monica with some tips. And give us a temperature check. How does it feel out there?
It feels pretty nice, actually. We're getting a breeze, but I just checked my app. It says it's 80 degrees. Still not too many people complaining, at least not here. Maybe the woman, though, that was just jogging or walking by me, and she actually was fanning herself as she was doing so. But these extreme temperatures elsewhere could mean you'll be seeing more firefighters, possibly even blackouts, depending on where you live. In fact, take a look. The National Weather Service is warning of triple-digit heat in lower elevations. Add to that winds and humidity, which could be as low as 8% in some places, and it is a recipe for fires. And it doesn't help that we've had this very long streak of warm weather, and that has dried out vegetation. A red flag warning of critical wildfire conditions will take effect, or has just taken effect actually at 10 this morning, and will run through Friday afternoon for the San Gabriel Mountains and Highway 5 and 14 corridors. That is why LA County Fire says it's augmenting staffing and pre-deploying them strategically, positioning them all through LA County where the fire danger is the highest, hoping to jump on any wildfire before it gets out of control. And unfortunately, as we have seen all too often in the recent past, we know electrical equipment has sparked very terrible, even fatal fires here in California during high fire danger days. That's why, as a precautionary measure, SoCal Edison announced the possibility of public safety power shutoffs for nearly 4,000 customers just in LA County, mainly near Malibu and in the Santa Monica Mountains recreational area, as well as Castaic and Sandburg. Temperatures, though, get this. If you thought yesterday was hot, well, could be even up to 5 degrees hotter in some places than it was yesterday. And in some places we already saw records broken yesterday. That is why this morning people are already taking precautions.
Kind of concerns me for people. I hope people make sure they get enough hydration. It's one thing I do every day. I make sure that I drink at least like a gallon of water, because you got to when you're out here, especially with what's coming.
Yeah, it's staying hydrated, very sound advice. Also, limiting outdoor activity. If you are going to exercise, you want to do so early, like it was earlier today, and we saw lots of joggers to stay out of the high temperatures. Do it when the temperatures are cooler. Also, if you need a cooling center and you live in the city of Los Angeles, you can dial 211, and that will direct you to the nearest cooling center. And of course, never leave pets or children in hot cars. And lastly, check on neighbors who are elderly or vulnerable, and friends and family as well. Sometimes they don't regulate their temperatures. Their bodies don't regulate their temperatures as well as others. They may not even know that they're overheating. So if you know someone like that, check in on them, make sure they're okay. Live in Santa Monica, I'm Christy Fajardo. Let's send it back to you.
Christy, thank you. Yep, we've been covering this and warning people about what's to come. Maria and Samada have been talking about it for days now, so hopefully you are well aware. And we do want to remind you, the city of Los Angeles has opened cooling centers for relief from that heat. Let's run through some of them. Hours from 10 a.m. until 9 p.m. through Friday. In the San Fernando Valley, you have Canoga Park Senior Citizen Center, North Hollywood Senior Citizen Center, and Sunland Senior Citizen Center.
And for locations near downtown LA, check out the Pecan Recreation Center, Highland Park Adult Senior Citizen Center, and the Lafayette Multipurpose Community Center.
And in South LA, the Alden Sutton Recreation Center. On the west side, you've got the Pan Pacific Senior Activity Center. And for the harbor area, the East Wilmington Greenbelt Community Center. Pools and splash pads will also be open across the city.
And summer vacation is officially over for a lot of students in Long Beach.
It is the first day of school for Long Beach Unified. One of the campuses welcoming students back is Wilson High, and that's where Mario is live. Hi there.
Hi, Roxy and Sandra. That's right. It is back to the classrooms for more than 60,000 here across the Long Beach Unified School District. And Wilson High School has been amazing this morning. They've had a welcome committee here welcoming students back here at this campus, and they are celebrating 100 years. So we know the principal sets the tone for the entire year, cultivates a welcoming environment for students and staff. Suzanne Caverly is the principal here for the last 4 years, actually. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling fantastic. The first day of school is always a special day. It's particularly special this year because it is our 100th first day of school at Wilson High School.
Yeah, and we saw the welcome committee here, the fanfare as people were heading into the classroom. What does this 100 years mean, and what will the year look like here?
It's an absolute legacy of excellence in academics, but also in athletics, and we are so proud to be Bruins here. We have a lot of families who've sent their children here from generation to generation, but we also have newcomers to this community who choose us first.
And that's great. What do you tell someone who, because we've heard some of the nerves, some of the excitement as well, some of the new freshmen who are starting this next chapter of life. What do you tell them? Some advice heading into this?
Yeah, well, we have a great wealth of support here for students. Our students are first for us, and we have a lot of adults here who put students first. We have a special program this year called Freshmen on Track, and we're really excited to see a counselor who's going to be focused specifically on freshmen who need a little extra support.
I love that, and every year I'm sure come new challenges with the district and each campus. Is there anything that you're working to overcome, or anything that you're looking forward to this year?
Well, we are doing our part at supporting the district financially in fiscal stabilization by raising our attendance rate by 1.7% last year. We are the leaders in attendance growth for Wilson High School in the district. And so we look forward to continuing to provide incentives for students to come to school on time, every day, to every class. I ask our students right now, what time is it? And our freshmen will tell you the time is now.
And on that note, what day is it? Is that how you say it?
What day is it? It is a great day to be a Bruin.
A great day to be a Bruin. And we are Bruin strong here at Wilson High School. So thanks so much, Principal Caverly, for having us and showing us all the students walking in here to this newly renovated campus. It is amazing to see it this morning. For now, live in Long Beach, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you so much. Exciting day, that's for sure. Do you remember you'd put your outfit out the night before?
Oh, yeah. Get your backpack ready, all your supplies.
I never could sleep the night before.
I know.
I was too excited.
I know, all the nerves.
So developing news in South LA. Sadly, this deadly hit-and-run investigation. Just before 3 in the morning, someone was hit and killed at the intersection of East 20th Street and San Pedro. LAPD says the driver hit a pedestrian and kept going. When officers arrived, they found the victim dead on the street. Police have not released a description of the suspect or the car he was or she was driving in.
New this morning, a federal judge rejected Ghislaine Maxwell's attempt to overturn her conviction and 20-year prison sentence. Maxwell was convicted in 2021 of helping Jeffrey Epstein sexually abuse teenage girls. She represented herself in this challenge. A judge called her claims meritless, saying newly released Epstein files did not provide a basis to overturn her conviction.
It is week 2 of the testimony in the Tupac Shakur murder trial, and tensions in the courtroom are running high.
Victoria Shaha has the latest from Las Vegas.
Monday's testimony continued from Friday. Michael Dorsey is a documentary filmmaker. He was hired as a consultant for Death Row Chronicles, which was a docuseries based on the murders of Tupac and Biggie. There was a lot of back and forth between the defense and the state about this witness. Dorsey says he secretly recorded an interview Dwayne Keefe Davis was giving for Death Row Chronicles. According to the defense, Dorsey also worked with LAPD detective Greg Kading, who also interviewed Davis back in 2008 and secretly recorded their conversation and then published a book about it later. Cross-examination got a little heated.
Mario Dorsey and others were potentially present for the conversations. Additionally, the setting of the interview itself does not lend itself to a belief that the conversations would be privileged and or private. It's a recording studio. The purpose is there to be recorded. A release is signed so the person can be recorded. The entire room is microphoned up.
Also, part of that recording Dorsey took while Davis was giving his Death Row Chronicles interview was played in court, and he was asked about Tupac and how he felt about Tupac's death.
So how much did Puffy offer you?
I'll have a good answer for you when I have one that suit on. I'm going to take it through for you.
But he offered you, can you just say he offered us some money or something like that? Can you say
that it was money at least? Yes, it was money. Yeah.
The fact that there was a gun there, does that mean that you guys were ready for something? Or you just...
No, we gangsters. Better be called with it than without it.
To my knowledge, he had never spoken publicly about this case. No, that's what made it significant.
After Death Row Chronicles airs, Dorsey says he called Metro Police and told them exactly what he knew about Davis's confession and told them to take another look at this case. Another issue that was brought up in court is how exactly Dorsey obtained a file given to him by LAPD Detective Greg Kading. So we do know that Detective Kading will be on the stand. He's on the witness list. We just don't know exactly when he will testify. Reporting in Las Vegas, I'm Victoria Saha.
The trade war between the U.S. and Canada is escalating fast this morning. It could soon hit consumers both sides of the border. This morning, Canada announcing it is retaliating against the U.S. with $20 billion in new tariffs on over 700 American products. And we are talking everything from cheese and seafood to farm equipment. The move follows the Trump administration's decision to impose 50% tariffs on Canadian imports after trade talks collapsed. Canada's Prime Minister says that his country will not accept what he calls U.S. pressure tactics, while President Trump is threatening additional tariffs on Canadian vehicles, auto parts, and steel.
The Supreme Court has cleared the way for President Trump's executive order restricting mail-in voting to move forward. The order called on his administration to create lists of eligible voters. It also ordered the U.S. Postal Service to only deliver ballots to people on those lists. The High Court's decision does not end this legal fight. Additional challenges could still delay or limit how this order is carried out. And with some states set to begin mailing ballots, it's unclear how much can be implemented before the midterm elections.
All right, let's talk about traffic now. Good Day LA Traffic is brought to you by My Home Sold. And you can definitely tell that it is back to school. So many cars on the road, even still at this hour. But good news, here is a live look outside right now at the 5 freeway. This is at Hollywood Way. You can see both sides of that 5 moving quite nicely now at this hour. A few white clouds, some subtropical clouds out there. Real-time traffic, drive times in and out of downtown LA. This is going from Mid-City towards Santa Monica on that West 10 between the 5 to the 405. So slow, 35 minutes. Much better on that North 110, though, between the 405 to the 10, just 24 minutes. And on the West 60, some improvement between the 57 to the 5, 42 minutes there. Here's a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
Hi, I'm Adrian with My Home Sold, and we want to buy your house. We buy any house in any condition. No commissions, no closing costs, and no repairs. Go to myhomesold.com for a free same-day cash offer. That's myhomesold.com.
Something unusual is cruising our coastline. Another hammerhead shark has been spotted at our local beaches just a week after another one turned up near Malibu. So this 8 to 9 foot hammerhead was seen about a mile off Laguna Beach. One of several reported in recent weeks, including that one near Malibu Pier and another off the coast of Santa Barbara. Experts say warmer ocean waters drawing species we don't typically see this far north. The photographer who captured these images says the last time he saw a hammerhead was back in 2015, another year when unusually warm weather brought exotic sea life to our coast.
You know, the clock is winding down on the Senate's initiative to pass daylight saving time, with proponents of the change saying the time to do so is now.
Lawmakers in some parts of the country, however, are not on board. Chad Pergam reports.
The clock is ticking on the U.S. Senate to pass permanent daylight saving time.
The bill is passed.
The House voted overwhelmingly earlier this year to lock the clock, canceling the biannual ritual of springing forward and falling back.
Around the country, people are going to be excited because they don't have to go back and forth.
President Trump declaring that people are, quote, sick and tired of changing the clocks, calling the practice foolish. The issue isn't partisan.
People across New Mexico and across so many parts of the country,
They don't want to be changing those clocks day after day.
Time change advocates say passing the bill is more pressing than you think.
You know, that might be more important to my people back home than the Save America Act.
But there are detractors. Permanent daylight saving time means the sun doesn't rise until late in New England in the dead of winter.
You want your kids standing out on the bus stop in the dark at 10 a.m.?
There's no consensus from residents of states which are split by 2 time zones, like Indiana.
Hoosiers care a lot about time. They also have fundamental disagreements within the state about what time it is or should be at any given moment.
And there's the old adage that those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it.
Didn't we do this once before?
In the 70s, and we reversed it in 6 months.
Yeah, well, that's should be a cautionary tale.
Congress approved year-round daylight saving time in late 1973 to combat oil shortages, but immediately fell back. People abhorred having less light in the morning. On Capitol Hill, Chad Pergram, Fox News.
All right, time for this day in history and something called the Great Moon Hoax.
Oh, on August 25th, 1835, the New York Sun newspaper shocked readers when it published an article about the discovery of life on the moon as seen through a groundbreaking new telescope. Well, that included the article where the artist renderings were shown, the landscape, which included, you see, rushing rivers, lush vegetation, all kinds of fantastic creatures. There's some unicorns. I know, winged humanoid resembling bats. What else do you see? All kinds of things. It was intended to be a joke, but many readers believed it, including a committee of Yale University scientists. The sensation caused sales of the paper to go through the roof, so no surprise, it published several more articles about the discovery before finally admitting, hey, it's a hoax.
There's some
a few weeks later.
Looks like pterodactyls are there, like
yeah, you're
palm
right.
trees.
Yeah, wow.
There's like cheetah, goats or something.
Goats?
I don't know.
Yeah, all kinds of things.
All right, well.
Oh, we're on the moon too.
We're on the moon.
This is pretty. That's more believable. We could be on the moon.
Right. There are no unicorns there.
We're the unicorn. Back to school. According to the National Retail Federation, the average family will spend about $863 on back-to-school items.
Wow, Marianne Rafferty has more on how parents can save some money and when to buy those certain supplies.
While it might seem like a good idea to tick off all the items from a child's back-to-school list before their first day in the classroom, it might be beneficial for wallets if parents pump the brakes when it comes to some supplies.
Some items are actually a better deal when you wait to buy. So if you procrastinated or just didn't get around to shopping for school, you may be in luck.
Andrea Warrock is a consumer savings expert. She says when it comes to items like summer clothes, there's usually deals now at the end of the season. And as we approach the fall, there's no shame in being late to buying some layers, citing more deals down the line.
You might be thinking, okay, but I'm going back to school. However, summer clothing like tees, skirts, shorts, dresses, those could be worn really all school year, and wait for better deals to drop on fall clothing like denim sweaters and boots come October.
And Warrock says back-to-school shopping doesn't have to be done at the store either. She suggests parents shop their kids' closets first. That goes for clothing and supplies.
Chances are you have supplies from last year, or maybe you still have clothing that fits your child. You don't have to buy everything brand new.
And the same goes for big-ticket items like electronics. Parents can try searching for refurbished ones first before sealing the deal on a brand new gadget.
This is going to be a big way to save, especially on the more expensive items like your laptop, tablets, wireless headphones.
Warrock adds kids and parents can turn in their old electronics for cash too, and then use those earnings towards something new. I'm Marianne Rafferty, Fox News.
All right, remember when the big schoolyard trades were cool erasers and Pokemon cards?
Now it's like squishies. Kids have a new currency. That's right. Have you heard? So kids' backpacks, before they get their money and it's traded away, got to check for the things that they're into. You got the fidget trading. They like to swap sensory toys like the Neatos and the squishies, which I just mentioned, based on what they think is a fair deal. The catch is this. Some parents are spending hours tracking down the hottest ones, which is true.
Standing in line.
Getting up early, going to the store, only to find out their kid traded that prized toy away at the school. Experts say there's a lesson in all of that. Bargaining, an opportunity to teach kids about value and even help them deal with buyer's remorse. My kids are always trading things, and I'm always like, let me see what you got for what you gave. Right? It has to be a fair. They trade snacks too, though, for some of these toys.
Wow.
Yeah.
For toys?
Yeah.
I guess we can turn it into a learning lesson about bartering and things like that.
Yeah, because sometimes my younger one comes home and she's like, I got ripped off.
So she knows.
Like,
she knows
this
the
was
value.
a fake. I got ripped off.
I could see her saying that. She's so funny. Well, today they'll be talking about the heat, I think. Hopefully, anyway. They're indoors, maybe just a short amount of time, outdoors for recess. But really, it's important to stay heat safe today. We're going to talk about that and the dangers these next few days. This weather is sponsored by the Razavi Law Group. A live look outside. That looks good, doesn't it? That is the island of Catalina, of course. We see the casino and not much wind there. So there's not too much of a breeze, which makes it a little more difficult to stay cool, considering that it is a little bit humid out there as well. So we have the humidity on top of everything. Yesterday, it was hot. We did break several records yesterday. Van Nuys was a record high of 105. Downtown LA 98, Anaheim 98 as well, Long Beach 97. Not only are daytime highs really, really hot, but overnight low temperatures also quite hot. And we broke a high low, a record in Palm Springs.